Good morning, students. From your Vistas book, we are introducing the chapter The Enemy, written by Pearl S. Buck. In our last class, we read how the servants gathered their belongings and departed in the morning without discharging their duties, as they were critical of the Americans' presence in the house. So let's continue with the line by line explanation of the chapter. She made the breakfast and Sadao helped with the children. Now the domestic help have left and now Dr. Sadao and Hannah had to do their domestic works themselves. So Hannah was into making breakfast and Sadao was helping with the children. He was taking care of the children. Neither of them spoke of the servants beyond the fact that they were gone. So they were not discussing about servants or what they are going to do. It's just the fact, the reality that they have left with their duties, their services. But after Hannah had taken morning food to the prisoner, she came back to Sadao. So Hannah goes to the prisoner and offers him morning food and then returns to Sadao. Why is it we cannot see clearly what we ought to do? She asked him. So she questions Dr. Sadao why it is that both the husband and wife are not able to see things clearly. And the clear fact was what? The clear thing was that he is an American POW, he has escaped and he should be handed over to the police. So why were they trying to ignore things or not taking action? Even the servants see more clearly than we do. Why are we different from other Japanese? So Hannah questions that even the servants knew that he is an American POW and he should be handed over to the police. So if they can see the true picture of the states of things in the country, that America and Japan are at war and he should be handed over to the Japanese army, then why were they different? Why are they acting different from the other Japanese? Sadao did not answer and Sadao was very quiet. He did not have an answer to Hannah's question. But a little later, he went into the room where the prisoner was and said brusquely, "Today, you may get up on your feet. I want you to stay up only 5 minutes at a time." So Sadao does not answer Hannah's question and he goes to the prisoner and he is going to the prisoner for his routine checkup to check on the wounds, to check on the recovery, and he rudely and in a rough manner says to him that today you can stand on your feet, that is, you can make an effort to stand. I want you to stand up only 5 minutes at a time. And he's giving instruction that when he asks him to stand, it's just 5 minutes that he would be making an effort to stand. Tomorrow you may try it twice along, that is, from tomorrow you can add up, and tomorrow he's allowed to stand for 10 minutes. It would be well that you get back your strength as quickly as possible. So he informs American prisoner of war that it would be good for them, for the family, that he recovers as quick as possible. He saw the flicker of terror on the young face that was still very pale. So when he says that we want you to regain your strength and be fine, so he notices that the prisoner of war was afraid, he was scared, and his face was pale because he was very weak. He had still not recovered that good. "Okay," the boy murmured. Evidently, he was determined to say more. So the boy, in a very slow tone, says, "Okay," and he wanted to he wanted to say something more. What did he say? "I feel I ought to thank you, doctor, for having saved my life." So this American enemy soldier shows his gratitude to doctor, saying, "Thank you for saving his life." "Don't thank me too early," Sadao said coldly. So Sadao, very emotionlessly, without any feelings, in a rough tone, he says that you are too early to thank me. Why? Because his idea was what? That the minute he recovers, he's going to hand him over to the Japanese army. So he says, "You're too early to say thank you." He saw the flicker of terror again in the boy's eyes, terror as unmistakable as an animal. So the minute Sadao says you're too early to say thank you, he saw that the American POW was terrorized, and he then compares the writer is comparing that it was a terror as of a scared animal. The scars on his neck were crimson for a moment. Those scars, what were they? Sadao did not ask. So when he saw that terror on the young man's face, he saw that the scars were reflecting. They were crimson. They were red. But then he wanted to question. But then he was quiet about it. He did not question about those scars. In the afternoon, the second thing happened. So the first thing was what? The first thing was that the servants left their work and left the house. So second thing happened. What was the second thing? Hannah, working hard on unaccustomed labor, saw a messenger come to the door in official uniform. So Hannah, she was working hard on what? On unaccustomed labor. That is, she was not used to do domestic work, and now when the servants have left, she had to do all by herself all this work. So she was tired of working, saw a messenger come to the door in official uniform, and then she sees that one person was in a official uniform and he was a messenger, and he was coming to the door. Her hands went weak and she could not draw her breath, and then she was all scared. She felt weak and she was unable to breathe. The servants must have told already, and she was scared of what? That the servants might have informed the police that Hannah and Dr. Sadao have harbored an enemy soldier. She ran to Sadao, gasping, unable to utter a word. So she runs to Sadao and she's breathing heavily and she was unable to utter a word. But by then the messenger had simply followed her through the garden, and there he stood. And then the messenger was also there to Dr. Sadao as he came from the garden and followed Hannah. She pointed at him helplessly. Now, before Hannah could inform and say something or utter a word to Dr. Sadao that a messenger is there, the messenger was already over there by her side, and then she pointed to Dr. Sadao helplessly that this is the person, the messenger has come to visit us, and she's all scared that what might be the reason that this messenger has come to their home. Sadao looked up from his book. So Sadao was reading a book and he looks up when Hannah and the messenger comes. He was in his office, the other partition of which was thrown open to the garden for the southern sunshine. So Sadao was in his office and it had a partition, and the partition opened to the garden, and the sunshine was reflecting. What is it? He asked the messenger, and then he rose, seeing the man's uniform. So when Sadao notices this messenger, he questions that what is the matter? What brings you to my place? And when he notices that this man was in his uniform, as a mark of respect, he stands up. You are to come to the palace, the man said. The old general is in pain. Again, so this messenger informs Sadao that Dr. Sadao is to accompany him to the palace as the general is in pain and the general needs a doctor. So that this is the reason that he has come to Dr. Sadao's house. Oh, Hannah breathed. Is that all? So Hannah was relieved and she says, oh, and then she says, is that all? That is the reason that you have come. Or the messenger exclaimed, is it not enough? So messenger was shocked to hear a response coming from Hannah saying that is that all. So messenger was amazed at Hannah and thought that what might be the reason other than this that I would be visiting your place. Is it not an enough reason for me to visit that the old general needs a doctor, and that is the reason I'm here. Indeed, it is, she replied. I'm very sorry. And Hannah felt sorry that she was wrong, and she said, yes, it is the reason that the old general was in pain, and that is the reason you have come to deliver a message here that the doctor is required. When Sadao came to say goodbye, she was in the kitchen but doing nothing. So Sadao had to go along with the messenger to pay a visit to the general who was in pain. So he comes to Hannah to say goodbye, and he notices that Hannah was doing nothing. The children were asleep, and she sat merely resting for a moment, more exhausted from her fright than from work. So the children had already slept, and Hannah was also resting, and she looked exhausted. But then she was not exhausted because of the domestic work she is doing, of the unaccustomed work, but she was terror stricken to see a messenger in a uniform. I thought they had come to arrest you, she said. So she tells Dr. Sadao that she got scared as she saw the messenger. She had the first thing in her mind that they have come to arrest you. He gazed down into her anxious eyes. I must get rid of this man for your sake, he said in distress. Somehow I must get rid of him. Now Dr. Sadao notices Hannah's eyes, and he realized that the wife is really terrorized and scared, and then he promises Hannah that he needs to get rid of this American enemy soldier, and he has to get rid of him for the family. Sadao goes to see the general, and then Sadao accompanies the messenger to pay his visit to the general. Of course, the general said weakly, I understand fully. So Dr. Sadao goes to general and narrates to him the story of an American POW washed ashore in front of his house and how he had operated on him. So when he narrates the story, general says that I can understand you fully. Why he says so? But that is because I once took a degree in Princeton. So he says that the general himself had studied in Princeton University in America, and that is why he can understand Dr. Sadao. So there are few Japanese who were in America for their education and stuff. So he says, I can understand you. I care nothing for the man, Excellency. So Dr. Sadao says that it's not because of I being getting a medical education from America or any emotional connection to America. I don't care for that American enemy at all. Sadao said, but having operated on him with such success. But then he says that I have operated on him very successfully. Yes, the general said. Now before Sadao could finish what he was saying, the general interrupted. General said, what? It only makes me feel you more indispensable to me. So this general says to the doctor that this is the reason that I feel that you are very essential for me, you are very important for me. Evidently, you can save anyone, you are so skilled. So you are such a skilled doctor that you can save anyone. And you are very important for me. You think I can stand one more such attack as I have had today. So the general questions Dr. Sadao that can he survive another heart attack that he had like that day. Not more than one, Sadao said. So Sadao says that not more than one, that is, one more would be dangerous. Then certainly I can allow nothing to happen to you, the general said with anxiety. So when Dr. Sadao says that another heart attack might be a dangerous one, a risk for you, so he says, the general says that he would not let anything go wrong with Dr. Sadao. Why? Because the general had already said that you are very indispensable for me. His long, pale Japanese face became expressionless, which meant that he was in deep thought. You cannot be arrested, the general said, closing his eyes. So the general closes his eyes. He was all in deep thought. He started thinking and wondering that if he got arrested then. And thinking about the same, his face can be read that it's all expressionless. He's weak and pale, weak because he's already not keeping well, and pale he grew. His face was expressionless, and then in deep thought he says, what? That you cannot be arrested. I will not let anything go wrong with you. That is, I'm going to protect you. Suppose you were condemned to death and the next day I had to have my operation. And General starts wondering that suppose Dr. Sadao is sentenced to death because of being condemned as a traitor, and the next day the general has to undergo an operation, then what would happen? There are other surgeons, Excellency, Sadao suggested. So Sadao said that there are many more doctors, they are good doctors. So if I am condemned to death, then there would be somebody else who would be attending you. None, I trust, the general replied. So when Dr. Sadao says that the general can look for other surgeons, there are other surgeons also, skilled surgeons also, he can go for the other doctors, then the general says what? That I do not trust any other than you. The best one have been trained by Germans and would consider the operation successful even if I died. So the general says to Dr. Sadao that the best of the surgeons, doctors are trained by the Germans. And when the German doctors are operating and the patient dies, then also the operation is termed as successful. I do not care for their point of view. So I don't care for their point of the view of the German doctors. He sighed. It seems a pity that we cannot better combine the German ruthlessness with the American sentimentality. So this general is saying that it is a pity thing that we means Japanese, we Japanese cannot combine, cannot imbibe what? Imbibe in us the German ruthlessness, the German harshness with the American sentimentality, that is the American emotional nature. So he wants Dr. Sadao to imbibe these two foreign elements in him. He says that then you could turn your prisoner over to execution, and yet I could be sure you would not murder me while I was unconscious. So if these two foreign elements were there in Dr. Sadao, then in that case, being learning from the German harshness, he would have done what? He would have turned the prisoner of war to the Japanese army, and from the American sentimentality he would not murder the general even if the general was unconsciousness. So he says what? The general laughed. So he started laughing when he says this. He shares his thought process to Dr. Sadao, and he says he had an unusual sense of humor. The writer says that general was very witty in his talk. As a Japanese, could you not combine these two foreign elements, he asked. So the general asked Dr. Sadao that can't he learn from these two foreign elements, the German harshness and the American emotional side of a surgeon. Sadao smiled. I'm not quite sure, he said. So Sadao started smiling, listening to the thoughts of general, and he said, I'm not very sure whether I would be able to imbibe these two qualities or the foreign element in me, but for your sake I would be willing to try, Excellency. So he says, if you want, I would definitely try. If I can be harsh like German surgeons and I can be emotional like the Americans. The general shook his head. I had rather not be the test case, he said. So the general shook his head and says that if you are going to try, so, but then I should not be the trial one, I should not be the experiment for you. He felt suddenly weak and overwhelmed with the cares of his life as an official in times such as these, when repeated victory brought great responsibilities all over the South Pacific. So the general felt weak and emotional as he was reminded of the problems as he had faced throughout his life. while fulfilling his duties and responsibilities in various wars won by Japan. It is very unfortunate that this man should have washed up on your doorstep, he said irritably. So, in a very irritated manner, Dr. The general says to Dr. Sadao that it is very unfortunate that this person came to your doorsteps. I feel it so myself, Sadao said gently. So, Sadao also agreed to what the general said. It would be best if he could be quietly killed, the general says. So, general says that the best would be why? First, he is worried about his health, that he relies on Dr. Sadao only. And if in one case Dr. Sadao is arrested as a traitor, then what would happen to him if he is to go undergo an operation? So he's thinking of various things, the solution to the problem, that Dr. Sadao should be protected anyhow. So he says, he gives an idea that it would be best if this person, that is the American POW, is quietly killed, murdered. How? Not by you, but by someone who does not know him. So he says that I don't want you to kill him. No, you are not going to do that. But somebody who does not know this person. I have my own private assassin. So this general informs Dr. Sadao that he is having his own private hires, private murderers, killers. Suppose I send two of them to your house tonight, or better any night. So he's telling a plan. You need know nothing about it. It is now warm. What would be now more natural than that you should leave the outer partition of the white man's room open to the garden while he sleeps? So he says that suppose I send my private assassins to your house tonight, or any other night, what I want you to do is that you do not need to know when I'm exactly sending them. Today I'm going to send, or tomorrow I'm going to send. That is not you to know. What I wish is that right now there is a warm weather. Very naturally, you are going to do what? You are going to leave the outer partition of that American room open, the partition that leads to garden, while he is sleeping during the night time. So it would be very easy for these private assassins to assess this part of coming from the garden to the room of this American where he is sleeping. Certainly, it would be very natural, Sadao agreed. In fact, it is so left open every night. So Sadao says, yes, it's going to be very natural. Private assassins coming through the partition and killing him. And moreover, now being a warm weather, it is most of the time the partition is left open during the night. Good, the general said, yawning. They are very capable assassins. They make no noise, and they know the trick of inward bleeding. So he says, the general yawns, and then he says that these people, these private assassins are very capable, and when they murder or kill somebody, there's no noise, and moreover they are into the trick of inward bleeding. That is, the traces of or the marks of the blood would not be seen. It would be internal. If you like, I can even have them remove the body, and if you say and if you suggest, then we can get the body also removed from the bedroom. Sadao considered that perhaps would be best, Excellency. He agreed, thinking of Hana. So when General gives his plan that even the body can be removed, other than the murder, the body would also be removed, he was very much readily agreed to the general's plan, because he knew how Hana was very disturbed with this American prisoner being sheltered at home. So he thought of Hana, and he considered that it would be the best to get the body also, the dead body also removed.